Shall we begin?
Hey guys, it's Chris, and today we got our first look at Game of Thrones Season 8. HBO actually dropped a little teaser of upcoming shows for 2019, so we got our first actual little glimpse of Game of Thrones Season 8, so this will be the Game of Thrones Season 8 first look, and there's not a whole lot to it, so I'm not going to pretend I can pull out a lot of information from this little scene, but here we go, this is what we have. So you have Jon hugging Sansa. Looks like he's returning to Winterfell, so likely this will be episode 1 or 2. And of course he's returning from White Harbor with Dany and the whole gang, so they should be pulling up as well. So we have here him hugging Sansa, is looking up at somebody behind Jon, perhaps on the battlements of Winterfell, maybe looking up at Arya or something. It's really hard to tell, but they definitely want us to think of deceit here and perhaps even betrayal. This is definitely something in Sansa's eyes where she's thinking about something. Not that she's not necessarily happy to see Jon, but she's not going to be pleased, along with the other Northern Lords, and maybe Arya as well, that Jon has now bent the knee and given up his title of King in the North to be Dany's Warden of the North, which is technically what he is right now. And of course they already had the conversation last season that Jon has now bent the knee, he has fell in love with this Dragon Queen, etc. So they're not going to take well to Dany at first. He will stand up for Dany, tell these guys what they did. And of course we heard Royce say last season anyway that Targaryens can't be trusted. But in the end, they're going to find out that Jon was a Targaryen in the first place, the same guy they elected king in the North, the one they entrusted to lead the North, and they know he's a good guy, he'll do anything for Winterfell and the North, and they'll find out that it doesn't matter what the hell your last name is, that there are assholes in everybody's family. So anyway guys, that's all there really is, just a simple little tease, but I will say really quickly at the same time, we did get the news today as well that Game of Thrones Season 8 will be pushed back later than we thought. Now this news just came out a couple days ago, but visual effects supervisor Joe Bauer, I believe, had an interview with the Huffington Post and discussed the Emmy nominations and how the show could actually be nominated for 2019, but for a show to be nominated for 2019 awards would have to start before May the 31st, and he says the visual production department will be working all the way up through May. So that means we have at least until June, if not July or August, before Game of Thrones Season 8 actually airs, and that Game of Thrones Season 8 will actually be eligible in 2 years for Season 8, so that means 2020, so that means the year 2020 before they're eligible for awards for Game of Thrones Season 8. We got two lots of news for you, good and bad. The bad news is all we have for dinner is horse shit, but the good news is there's tons of it. Anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think of the first look? What do you think this little look from Sansa means? And is it taken out of context? Who is she looking at behind Jon? What is she thinking about? Is she looking up at someone on the battlements? Obviously, there's not a whole lot to pull from this. All we do know this confirms is that Jon does make it back to Winterfell safely. So at least this does confirm we will get that Stark family reunion, where this time Jon not only gets to see Sansa, but Arya and Bran as well. Anyway guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And as usual, thank you for all the support, especially to you guys on Patreon. And a huge shout out to my executive Patreon SmokeScreen producers. And thank you to everyone on YouTube as well. If you dig what I do here, please give these videos a like, comment, and a share. And be sure to subscribe to get everything and click that notification bell so you're notified when I drop a new video. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.